Hello, everyone, and once again, welcome to all of you. And now we are almost in the last presentation of this series on human rights. So, most probably, this is going to be the last video in which we will be discussing the concluding part of this syllabus, wherein we are supposed to discuss obstacles to human rights and the role of advocacy groups. Okay, what are the obstacles? What are the, again, say, hindrances or problems which are there in India in the process of implementing human rights, as well as we will look after the role of advocacy groups also, that how these advocacy groups helps implement human rights in India. First of all, let's have a look at the obstacles. What kind of obstacles are there? What kind of problems are there? We all know that India is a developing country wherein we have numerous problems in our society. However, we can say, becoming better day by day, right? This is also proof that we are advancing, we are progressing, but still there are a few sectors wherein we need to concentrate more on. Like one of them is inequality. When it comes to India, we are, can say, divided on various lines like religion, caste, gender, poverty, right? And so many other things. So here we find that inequality is there in India to large extent. Of course, governments and we can say all the legal institutions are working day and night to remove such kind of obstacles, to remove such kind of inequalities, but still we have to achieve that milestone. So when it comes to inequality, so of course it creates obstacle in implementation of the law. Population is another factor, right? We all know that India is one of the biggest country in the world in terms of population, right? Probably India is the biggest country. Till now, this credit was there with China, but in the year 2023, India has overtaken on China, and now India has become world's most populous country. Okay, so due to this population also, we can say a kind of burden is created on the legal system, the legal mechanism. That is one of the aspect over here. Then poverty is also there. We all know that poverty is just not only about income level or low income level. It's also about health, education, right? Knowledge, communication, and so many other things. When all these things are lacking, naturally, laws will not be implemented properly. Caste is one more factor. Just now we have seen that many people, or we can say Indians, are divided on the lines of caste and inaccessibility to legal redress. Definitely, we have legal mechanism like judiciary or tribunals and so many other legal instruments are available. However, due to the population, these all legal redressal mechanisms falls weak. That's the thing. Here we need to work on. Second, abuse of executive power, that is government. When it comes to government, it has been seen that many times government also misuse the powers, whether it is central government, state government, or any local government. We can see corruption, nepotism, and favoritism in all three levels of the government. So this is also one of the big problem when it comes to implementation of human rights. So these are the problematic cases when these all, we can say, corruption is there, nepotism is there, and favoritism is there. So naturally, equality will not be established, right? Equality will not be achieved. So again, it creates a kind of obstacle in implementing human rights. Human rights and good governance. Now let's take a look at this. There is something called as good governance, particularly in political science, wherein we have few principles like participation, rule of law, effectiveness of and efficiency. equitability and inclusiveness, responsiveness, transparency, accountability, and consensus-oriented government. These are the all principles of good governance, wherein people's participation is expected in the governance. Rule of law is supposed to be established. Whether someone is prime minister or president or any minister for that matter, they are not supposed to function as per their whims, right? They are supposed to function as per the rule, as per the law of the land, right? Here in India, everything functions as per the law which is mentioned in the Constitution of India. So therefore, rule of law is given more importance over here. The government is supposed to be more effective and efficient in, can say, governing the nation. We are supposed to establish or achieve an equitable and inclusive society. Right? Along with that, government is supposed to be responsive in nature. Like whenever, can say, demands arises from society, from the environment, government is supposed to respond them positively. Right? Whatever problems are faced by the people, by the citizens, they are supposed to be addressed by the government. Again, transparency is also expected, that whenever the government takes any decision or whenever they implement or pass any law from the parliament, they are supposed to be transparent enough. Whenever they are spending money, when they are in the government, all those transactions are supposed to be transparent enough, right? Visible to the people. Accountability is one more factor. Government is supposed to be accountable to the people, right? Whenever government does anything wrong, immediately people should come to know about it, and accordingly people can decide the fate of the government in upcoming elections. The last one is consensus oriented. Government is supposed to be consensus oriented. It's not that government will just make any law and impose on the people. It is not going to work. First of all, we have to create consensus among the people. We have to create awareness amongst the people. We have to make them understand the importance of any particular law, and then government can bring law on that issue. When in such way laws are made, they are supposed to be implemented more easily. Therefore, it is supposed to be consensus oriented. Then last slide would be on role of advocacy groups. Let's see, there are certain advocacy groups which help implementing the human rights in India. Like media is supposed to be playing very active role over here. Whenever government does anything wrong, or whenever any governmental official is not performing their duty, media is supposed to, can say, highlight that issue, and due to the pressure of media and pressure of public, the government has to correct their mistakes. Therefore, media play a very crucial role in democracy. Then again, role of lawyers. Whenever lawyers witness anything wrong in society, they can immediately approach in judiciary and take legal action against those things. Third factor is educational institutions. They can create huge awareness amongst the billions of students of this country. And again, it helps them to implement and understand the concept called as human rights. Corporate sector is also there. These corporate sectors are supposed to implement, or first of all, they have to understand the concept of human rights in proper way, and then they can also help in implementation of human rights. And last is NGOs, non-governmental organizations. They are also, we can say, available almost in every city, every district of this country. And these NGOs can play very crucial role amongst creating awareness amongst people, and then establishing, or can say, implementing the concept of human rights in this country. With this note, I conclude this video over here. Thank you.